some major reasons that people show kindness?
To help the community.
How hard is it to prevent and manage bullying?
By telling people around you.
Why do some kids get picked on more than others?
Because
Do our differences affect bullying?
yes.
If so, what are the major differences that attract bullying? And what are the major differences that do not?
Pass.
How does bullying change as we get older?
By our parents.
How does kindness change as we get older?
By treating people how they want to be treated.
What role does discipline really play in?
Pass.
How does wait, no. Have you ever been bullied?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been a bully?
No.
How does behavior at home affect bullying or kindness at school?
Repeat the question.
Wait. How does behavior at home affect bullying of kindness at school? Oh, I'm about to leave it.
Pass.
Okay. How does peer pressure influence good and bad choices at school? What are appropriate consequences for good and bad behavior at school and at home?
Repeat the question.
What are appropriate consequences for good and bad behavior at school? Like, what do you think a good consequence? Like, what do you think a good consequence is for if you're like bad and or good?
Get suspended.
Huh?
Get suspended.
If you're bad, you get suspended.
Yeah.
What about good consequence? Like if you was a good. Okay. Why do you think those consequences work?
For a kind one.
Maybe because they don't have to. Maybe they would know they don't. Well, maybe they would learn from their consequence. Maybe like that.
Oh yeah.
How does behavior in children change around different people?
By the parents.
Has whole atmosphere of kindness made bullying become better?
By telling. Yes.
Does favoritism in your school or at home affect behavior?
I don't know.
How can we make sure kids are treated fairly?
By seeing how they want to be treated.
Okay. What are the pros and cons of standing up for people? Like, would you stand up for somebody if they would get bullied? What would be your definition of bullying versus poor behavior choices?
I'll pass.
can be done to stop bullying altogether?
Tell whoever is around you.
Okay. Bullying be stopped. Can bullying be stopped or just lessened?
It can be stopped.
Compared to other schools, how bad is bullying at Poe?
I'll say between good and bad.
What are some of the major reasons that people bully?
Getting in fights and talking bad about others.
What are some major reasons people have poor behavior choices? Huh?
I'll pass.
Okay. How does discipline differ from campus to campus?
I'll pass.
Okay. What is it like to deal with bullying as a parent? Well, if you were a parent, what would you think of it?
Nothing bad. Others.
If a school would bully a lot, would you let your child go there if you was a parent?
No.
How hard is it to prevent and manage bullying? Try to get away from it, basically.
Tell the principal or just walk away.
How has Poe Okay, I know. How does peer pressure influence good and bad choices at school?
Pass.
How does behavior in children change around different people? Oh, pass. Pass?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it like to Well, if you was a teacher, what would you do to that kid that's bullying other kids?
Separate them.
Huh?
Separate them. How can peer pressure? What do you ask them?
They ran out of questions, so I'm kind of making up questions.
There's over 20 questions on it.
Do our differences, if so, what are the major differences that attract bullying and what are major differences that do not? Huh? How can we stop bullying without putting ourselves at a big risk? What is the best solution at home affect bullying or kindness at school? How does behavior at home affect bullying or kindness at school?
Pass.
Have you ever saw somebody get bullied?
Yeah.
Did you help somebody? Okay. That's it, I guess.